Life has a strange way of testing us, sometimes through failures, sometimes through pain, and sometimes by putting us face to face with challenges we feel too small to overcome. But there's one truth that remains timeless. Those who refuse to give up, no matter how hard the road, are the ones who change their destiny. Today, I will tell you a story of resilience, determination, and the power of never giving up. There was once a boy named Peter who lived in a small town. From childhood, Peter was passionate about running. He would run through the fields, across the riverbank, and down the streets, always dreaming of becoming an athlete who would one day represent his country. But life wasn't kind to Peter. He belonged to a poor family. His shoes had holes, his clothes were torn, and instead of training on professional tracks, he practiced barefoot on dusty village roads. When he told others about his dream, they laughed. "Look at you, Peter. You don't even have proper shoes. Do you really think you'll compete with the champions?" Peter smiled, but deep inside, he carried a fire that no insult could extinguish. One day, he heard about a regional race. The prize wasn't huge, just a small scholarship. But to Peter, it was a chance to prove himself. He borrowed an old pair of sneakers, 2 sizes too big, from his neighbor, tied them as tightly as he could, and showed up at the race. When the whistle blew, Peter ran like never before. But halfway through, his shoes slipped, and he fell flat on the ground. The crowd laughed, some even pointed fingers. Peter felt humiliated, his knees bleeding, his hands shaking. For a moment, he wanted to walk away. But then, he remembered his mother's words. "Son, falling doesn't make you a failure. Staying down does." With tears in his eyes, Peter stood up, ignored the pain, and kept running. Though he finished last, he crossed the finish line, while others celebrated their victories. Peter celebrated his courage. From that day on, he trained harder than ever. He woke up before sunrise, ran miles every morning, and even when storms hit, he never missed a day. He worked in fields after school just to save money for a proper pair of running shoes. Years passed. Peter kept running, kept falling, kept getting back up. Slowly, he started winning small races, then bigger ones. His name began to spread. The same people who once laughed at him now cheered his name. Finally, after years of relentless effort, Peter made it to the national championship. Standing at the starting line, he looked around. Other runners wore the best gear, had top coaches, and were backed by wealthy sponsors. Peter? He only had his determination. The race began. His competitors were fast, powerful, trained for perfection. But Peter had something they didn't. He had tasted failure, humiliation, and pain. He had fallen and risen more times than he could count. And that day, as the crowd roared, Peter didn't just run. He flew. He crossed the finish line first. The boy who once ran barefoot in dusty fields was now a national champion. Tears filled his eyes, not because of victory alone, but because he knew the secret. It wasn't talent, or luck, or money that brought him here. It was the simple decision to never give up. My friends, life will knock you down many times. People will doubt you, laugh at you, and even call your dreams impossible. But remember this: failure is not the end. It's a stepping stone. Every time you rise after falling, you grow stronger. And the ones who refuse to give up are the ones who inspire the world. So, no matter what storm you face, no matter how heavy the weight feels, don't stop, don't quit, keep going, because your breakthrough might be just one step away. And always remember, true champions are not those who never fall, but those who never give up.